Alright folks, I am here today to talk to you about the NES game Ghosts and Goblins. And yes, before we get started, I know that this is a game that was already reviewed by the Angry Video Game Nerd, but unlike his review, I'll just be talking about the game instead of showing me actually playing it. This is not a game from my childhood. This is not an NES game I grew up playing. In fact, I didn't even know of this game until I saw the nerd's review. And one thing not understated in his review is that this game is hard. I mean hard. This got to be one of the hardest NES games I've ever played without being unfair. In fact, it's too fair. 2-hit kills, 3 lives unlimited continues, and I mean unlimited. You can pick up from where you left off as many times as you want. What's frustrating though is after every time you die, it shows you the entire length of the game. It's like taunting you saying, "Hey, you thought that was hard? Look at how much further you have to go, loser." This game is not unfair at all. This is not a game like Silver Surfer or Karate Kid. I'd say it's about the difficulty of Kung Fu or Life Force. Maybe slightly harder than DuckTales, but not by much. I say that Kung Fu or DuckTales is a pretty good comparison in terms of difficulty, but with the fun factor and I gotta beat this game of Life Force. One thing I gotta say about this game that I really like is the soundtrack. It's not repetitive at all like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. In fact, it's very riveting and draws you in. For example, I guarantee that after playing this game, you will not be able to get that sound out of your head. You'll be doing your homework and hear. Maybe you'll be even mowing the lawn and hear. Maybe you'll be intimate with your significant other and hear. This soundtrack will not leave you alone. Okay, so here's the premise. You're this guy and you're doing weird stuff in the woods with this chick and Satan comes along and takes her away. Hate it when that happens. So now you need to go save her in this world of zombies, snakes, birds, and whatever those are. Level 1 is pretty easy, but level 2 is when the shit really hits the fan. I'll admit, I never beat this game. I only got up to the second stage boss, but part of that was because I really only wanted to play enough to give a good review of it. But I haven't given up yet. By the way, everything about having to beat this game twice back to back is absolutely true. I know that it sounds like one of those NES myths that's passed around in the grade school classroom, but sadly it is 100% true. So, if you're looking for a game that is absolutely a challenge but also fun as hell, give Ghosts and Goblins for the NES a try, because playing games that are practically impossible is fun, right? Damn!